What's up guys, and welcome to FPL Today. I'm the man in the know, JNO, and welcome to my team for Game Week 4, the preview, where we go over my team, how it currently lines up for Game Week 4, and then the potential transfers I'm looking to make to improve my ranking in the Fantasy Premier League game. If that's something you're interested in, please hit that subscribe button, that notification bell, and also that like button, which helps support the channel. And here is a quick video from Fantasy Football Fix, where I get all my underlying stats to do the best I can in the Fantasy Premier League game. Use artificial intelligence and Optastats to build your new squad for the new season. Analyse the highest owned players and most popular starting squad currently entered into the FPL. Upload your squad at fantasyfootballfix.com now to improve your FPL performance. Click the link below or head over to fantasyfootballfix.com to get started. So let's get on with the video, and we start off with how my team currently lines up going into Game Week 4 if I made no transfers, which is a possibility because I do like to go into the international break with 2 transfers just in case of any injuries or any unforeseen circumstances going into Game Week 5 after an international break. Right now we'd stick with the 3-4-3 formation, with my bench pretty much being full of cheap budget players, although Lundstrom is always an option with his attacking a threat from his midfield berth, although he's classified as a defender in the Fantasy Premier League game. We start off with Pope in goal. It's not ideal to have Pope in goal against Liverpool, but it is at home. Who knows, if he does frustrate Liverpool, then a lot of people have Liverpool assets, and maybe his clean sheet points, if he got one, and that's a big if, and some saves could be quite a big factor in my game week. That, and I've got Button on the bench, so Button isn't going to play. Pope is capable of getting a lot of saves, so we'll see what happens there, but it's not an area I'm expecting a lot of points from. Then of course we've got Zinchenko, Digne and Trent Alexander-Arnold in my defence. Hopeful for points from all of them, with fixtures I think are definitely fixtures that they could get points in. Digne has had an attacking threat despite the fact of not getting a clean sheet against Aston Villa. Zinchenko, as long as he plays, there's still that slight worry with him. Could get an assist. He was close to getting one against Bournemouth, but Kevin De Bruyne fluffed his shot and then he got the assist instead. And then Trent has been returning those underlying stats to get attacking returns and has got 2 assists so far this season. Then in midfield we've got of course 2 Man City in Sterling and De Bruyne. Sterling currently with the captaincy armband with their home game against Brighton Hove Albion. Very hopeful for big points in this one. Then we've got of course Salah against Burnley away. He's the vice captain. Hopefully by not changing the captain, which I've done in every other game week, I will get the most points possible, because despite the fact that I have been successful 2 game weeks out of 3 with actual returns from my captain, Salah disappointing in game week 2, I haven't been getting the player out of these 2 that gets the most points in that game week, so hopefully this game week will be different. We've then got Perez with Bournemouth at home. I'm hopeful because it's Bournemouth, there's goals there and Perez could potentially get one, but we'll see about that. He's not been impressing me lately. And then we've got Barnes, Deulofeu and Jota up top. Barnes impressed me enough with his debut in my side in Game Week 3. Deulofeu, underlying stats were decent in Game Week 3, but he still didn't get any returns. And Jota is a bit of a worry. Wolves in general are worrying me slightly with this Europa League. Again, the hangover from that. I thought it might not affect Wolves like it did Burnley last year, but there seems to be some signs there that are concerning to me that it could be the case. Then we got our bench. Of course, we've got Button. Not really interested in bringing him in, although I have heard some people thinking of bringing him in just so they're guaranteed 0 points instead of a minus, because a lot of people have Ryan, who has Man City, or Pope against Liverpool. Then we've got the likes of Lundstrom at Chelsea away. I feel like Lundstrom could still get something here. That's why he is the first sub on my bench, but he's not necessarily going to oust any of the 3 defenders I've already got in the lineup. Then Donker, a little bit of a worry there with him not starting in the Burnley game, but he's not going anywhere just yet. We'll talk about the transfers in a second. And then Rico, there's the potential he could get back into the starting lineup after what unfortunately happened with Charlie Daniels. And then we look at the transfers that I'm considering to make, and they are, of course, Pukki, who I'm still not in that party yet, but I'm hoping I will be soon. Still returning points in Game Week 3, incredible returns from him. If he can keep this up, even if he can only keep half of the returns up, he will still be good value at his current price of 6.9 million, although I'm recording this on a Tuesday. By Wednesday, he could be 7 million. And then I'm also looking at Mount. There is an injury concern there, but I really like the way he looks in that Chelsea side. Lampard seems to have a lot of faith in him. And with Sheffield United at home and then Wolves away, I'm hopeful for some more returns from Mount. And then Cantwell seems to be the best budget midfielder right now to have. Unfortunately, I've missed the boat. He's now 4.7 instead of 4.5. But I'm more confident in him always playing than I am currently in Dendoncker. So he could come in to allow me to then bring in Pukki with the money saved, because right now I don't have the money for a straight transfer from Delafeu or Jota to Pukki. We'll start off by looking at the underlying stats for the two Norwich players, and we look at Pukki first. 3 game weeks in, 5 goals, 1 assist. That's 6 attacking returns with 12 shots on goal, 2 of which are big chances. 12 shots from inside the box, 9 of which are on target. That's a good shot accuracy. With expected goals at 1.4, he is killing his expected goals with the amount of goals he's returning. That suggests to me this will drop off, but still, he is a player that is doing really, really well right now, and I think could be the kind of player that's similar to Raul Jimenez last season. He also has some chance creation, which is a benefit of him over Ashley Barnes, who I have got, who doesn't have chance creation. And that is the fact that he's created 4 chances in 3 games, 2 of which have resulted in shots on target with an expected assist at 0.08. So I'm very interested in bringing Pukki in, even if the fixtures aren't necessarily the best for him after this game week. Then we look at Cantwell, who literally would be a way for me to get the money for Pukki, and then Dendoncker may get switched to someone else in the following game week. But 1 goal and 2 assists so far. It's great returns for a £4.7 million midfielder. Shots 2 with 1 big chance. 2 shots from inside the box, 2 shots on target with expected goals at 0.7. That is more than I can ask for a player of his price. But then you also have chance creation as well, with 8 chances created, with 6 chances that he's created being shots on target, with an expected assist of 0.8. Again, beautiful stats for someone of his price. And then we've got a player I've been interested in for a while now and still is piquing my interest after a good performance against Norwich, and that is Mason Mount at 6.2 million. 2 goals from 12 shots on goal, 5 from inside the box, 7 of which have been on target with 1 big chance and expected goals of 0.9. With 7 chances created, 3 of which resulting in a shot on target with expected assists of 0.2. Mason Mount seems a great budget way into a Chelsea side, which generally you don't get such cheap budget ways into. So that is my game week 4 preview. To be honest, it's most likely going to be Cantwell and Pukki coming in, although I like to wait until all the games are finished in a game week, and by that point Pukki could be 7.1 million. But I just don't like to make transfers early in case anything happens that's unforeseen and that I need to react to. But Pukki and Cantwell seem to be the players that are most likely to come in, potentially for Perez and then Jota. Not too sure about Perez leaving with that Bournemouth fixture, but to be fair, Maddison, Vardy, Tielemans all look better options right now to me than Perez, so I'm not too sad about that. Let me know in the comments down below what you guys are considering doing for Game Week 4. And also hit that like button, subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell so you know when my videos go live and when I live stream. Also check out the links in the description down below, including Fantasy Football Fix and our Patreon, which is almost at 20 members, which does unlock a gift card for one of those members, and also has season and monthly FPL games, as well as a Discord where we talk FPL. And hopefully I'll be able to get to a point where I can bring people on from the Patreon channel into the streams to have a chat about fantasy football. With all that being said, I've been JNO, this has been FPL Today, and remember, it's all about the game.